Aries, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a message. Not a message, a comment. Why did I say a message? Leave a comment if you'd like to. Only if you would like to, I don't mind. I'm going to start your reading right now. I'm not going to go on with a great big boring introduction. So the first card you have for your past is the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, this card, I'm seeing a couple of things in this card. I'm seeing families, and obviously there's a family here, and building yourself up financially, money-wise. I think you were trying to build things up for yourself. You're trying to save money and all of that kind of thing, everything that goes with that. I am feeling some stress around this. I think you might have been, earning, saving, on the right track and everything. But there's this feeling, it's a feeling really, it's a feeling of stress around money, around things potentially going wrong for you financially. You might have even been a bit anxious around money at this time. I don't think, I don't think the problem or the stress is as bad as you were imagining. I actually think that you'd probably stress about money and stress about all of that kind of thing and losing it all and not having enough. Even if you were a millionaire, I think you would still stress about all of that. But yeah, I keep on seeing things weren't as bad as you thought or felt. Probably is more of a feeling that you are getting, this kind of uneasy feeling. And I think you will have some financial ups and downs. I'm not going to say that everything's going to be perfect for you, but I'm not seeing any great, big, huge problems for you. And nothing that you can't manage. You might have an extra expense or whatever. And I think sometimes when you have these one-off extra expenses, it kind of sets you off onto this kind of stressy thought pattern. But there's no point in doing that. It doesn't mean that you're going to kind of lose everything financially. Maybe you've had some serious financial ups and downs in your past, or maybe when you were growing up and you always fear losing everything. It might be that. And also, again, what I was seeing in this card was family. So I think you might have been having some conversations with your family. And I think these conversations might have been about your job, money, finances, same kind of thing that I was seeing before. I think you're just chatting to family about this, because I think as an Aries, you just talk about what's on your mind, and I think you might have been around family at this time. So, I think, I don't think these people totally understood what you're feeling around money. I don't think they understood you. Maybe they don't even understand what you actually do in your work properly. So there might be some uneasiness about sharing that part of your life with some of these people for some reason. There's some kind of uneasy feeling around that. Because there's a whole family on this card, obviously, but nobody's communicating properly, and there are coins sort of sitting in the air between you and the family on this card. So money or your job or your finances and things like that might be a sort of barrier between you and your family in some way. I hope that makes sense. There's kind of some strange, not strange, but kind of some uneasiness, some kind of misunderstandings around money or your job between you and your family. So the next card you have for your past is the Queen of Wands. So yeah, I'm seeing you, I'm just getting this feeling of focusing on your past or thinking about your past around this time. A lot of your thoughts were on the past, people, past events, all of that kind of thing. This is actually a really positive, energetic card. It's about looking forwards. It's usually not about looking backwards. And I think you're putting a lot of energy into things. But, and these were things outside of your normal work, I think, different things. So I'm seeing that you're trying to push forward, trying to do things, trying to move forward with everything. But your mind was on your past, and I think there might have been a specific person who was on your mind, and I think they might have suddenly come back into your mind. Something that you changed in your life, whether this was a change of scene or whether this, or whatever this was, might have triggered some kind of a memory of this past person. I'm just looking at this black cat on this card, and you know, cats are notorious wanderers. They wander around all over the place, and I think at your heart, you can be a wanderer in some ways. You don't like to, you get bored in the one place, but I think when it comes to love, you're not like that at all. You're not a wanderer in love. Once you truly love someone, and you want to commit to that person, you will not wander. You'll tell them if you want to leave them, but you will not just keep on wandering from person to person. You're not like that when it comes to love. You're very honest. If you're having a problem, you will say. But I think this person was a wanderer, and I think you trusted this person in the past. You expected that same kind of honesty from them, and sadly that didn't happen, because cats, like I'm seeing on this card, I keep on looking at this cat, you can just see the top of his head, the top of his ears. Cats don't stay in the one place for this, you know, for very long, and they kind of wander from person to person. They go round and around. They're not loyal to any one person. So that's what I think this person was like. But yeah, this is generally a very positive card. It's a very active card. So even though your head and your kind of emotions were thinking about this person and thinking about the past, which was triggered by something that you saw or something like that, your mind was still on pushing things forward, probably your work or your business and all of that kind of thing. And you're keeping a lot of these feelings to yourself, these kind of mixed feelings and these kind of emotions. You're keeping very busy. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have your past is the 8 of Wands. Yeah, so again, I'm seeing this person that was on your mind, this person from the past. They were around your energy. They were around your energy. You were thinking about them. They were thinking about you as well at this time. I think this person knew that they hurt you. Sorry about that, whatever that is going past, a big van or something. Okay, I just lost my, because anytime a sound comes in, I lose track of what I'm picking up. It just drives me crazy. I'm going to move soon to a place which hopefully is not as noisy. Anyway, yeah, okay, this is what I'm seeing in this card. They hurt you in the past, and they know that. They also feel that you might have hurt them as well. Whether you did, whether you didn't, I don't know. That's how they were feeling. Now, I think what happened was, I don't think there was an argument or a fight or anything like that. I think that maybe you decided to leave them alone because of all of this wandering. And maybe they're a little bit arrogant as well, because I think they might have been almost expecting you to contact them. Maybe they're a bit shocked when you didn't contact them. Now, I think this is what they're expecting from you, what's happening in this card. I think, you know, you might have broken up and gotten back together again in the past or something like that. And maybe what happened last time when you broke up or whatever, you contacted them. You're kind of calling them, talking to them. Oh, you know, I want to get back together. Are you okay? Or something like that, or just talking. They were expecting that to happen this time, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and they were just sitting back waiting for it to happen. They were very arrogant in that way, and it did not happen. Now, just because you weren't contacting them doesn't mean that there were no feelings there. I think you did have feelings for them, and I think you probably still do have some feelings for them. Don't be angry, that's what I'm seeing. But your mind was determined not to do what they're expecting. It was like, who do they think they are? They expect me to just contact them again. I'm not going to this time. Forget it. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing in that. Okay, so the first card you have for your present is the Knight of Cups. So yeah, this person's still really in their head. Now, I'm seeing a few mixed up things here. I'm seeing that they have either contacted you already, or they're going to soon. They're thinking about it, they're in two minds about it, they're stressing about it, they're backwards and forwards, they're worrying about what your reaction is going to be. Now, if they already contacted you, they were doing this worrying before that, but I think I think even after they contact you, they're going to be worrying, and they might contact you again after that. Because what I'm seeing is they're coming in with some kind of a message to you. And it's funny because I accidentally said message instead of leave a comment when I was doing an introduction. It's really funny. So I think they are coming in with a message for you. Now, it's a kind of a crazy message out of the blue. I think you might not have spoken to them for a long, long time, and they're coming in and they're saying, hey, how are you? What about this? Or it's something really crazy and out of nowhere, or really weird. And you're kind of opening up the message and you're saying, what? First of all, why are they contacting me now? What is this about? What do they want? And secondly, what on earth is this about? This is crazy. So that's the kind of thing that you're thinking. And so they're worrying and worrying and worrying and stressing about contacting you. Then they finally do, and they say something crazy and they can't take it back. And then they worry about that. So that's, I shouldn't laugh because they're really anxious about this. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, I'm not seeing whether you are contacting them back or what you're going to do about this, but you are looking at this message and you're saying, what is this? What is that? This is crazy. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your present is the King of Pentacles. So yeah, again, obviously this is about the money thing, about your money stress, about your stress around money. Again, you don't have to stress as much as you think you have to. You really, really don't. But I think, again, no matter what I say, you're going to, because, you know, a part of what drives you, I think, a part of what drives you forward is that worry. Now, a lot of people don't see that about you. They don't see the anxiety that's behind a lot of what drives you. You're a very, very deep thinker. People don't see that. And you're a very deep worrier as well. People don't see that either. And yeah, I don't want to make this all into money, but I think that, you know, to look at you on the surface, people think that you're successful, and you are, but nobody sees this stress that sort of keeps you stuck in one place in a way. It's kind of like, it's really strange. I hope this is going to make sense. I'm going to try and explain what I'm seeing here. Part of you likes being where you are because you know that you can keep on making a certain amount of money where you are. But another part of you feels a bit stuck where you are as well. So it's like, I want to keep doing this. I want to be where I am. I know this is going well. I know I have the potential to grow where I am, but I don't want to be on a treadmill. I want to do something different. I want to do something new. So there's a part of you that wants to move on to other things, but then there's a worry of maybe losing out financially, and you might be kind of thinking, I'm stuck on this treadmill, I want to do new things. If you look at this king, he's kind of, obviously he's a successful man. He has everything he needs. He's the King of Pentacles. But he's stuck there. He's got these great big heavy robes around him, and he has a lot of, you know, vine leaves all over him, kind of dragging him down, kind of pushing him down. He can't get up. Everything's so dark and heavy and he can't move. Now, he's successful where he is, but he's kind of stuck where he is as well. Now, I think that there are some other opportunities in front of you. You can move into them, but I think you've got this kind of all or nothing thinking. You're thinking, either I'll stay where I am and be stuck there forever and be a little bit bored and whatever, which I hate as an Aries. You don't like that. Or move into a new things where there's all this uncertainty and I'm afraid and all of that. Now, it doesn't have to be like that. You can gradually move into new things. You can stay where you are and try to start new things slowly and gradually and see how it goes and just test things. If they don't work, then you can go back to where you are. If they do work, you can kind of gradually move into them. Don't worry. Don't think of all or nothing. And yeah, you hate the stuck feeling. I keep on feeling that stuck feeling. So don't think of it as all or nothing. You might not actually be able to move into these new areas right at this time. I am seeing some things that are holding you back from that at this time. Things that are outside of your work. You might have other things you need to do as well. But I think once you've sorted out all of that, you can start moving into these new things, and don't stress so much. It's not all or nothing. I keep on having to say that. It's not all or nothing. Yeah, so then the last card you have for your present is the Star. So yeah, you have hope. You still have hope to move into these new areas that I'm seeing. And I'm really happy to see that you have hope around that, because I think as an Aries, if an Aries has hope, it means they're going to do it. So you are going to move into these new areas. But still, as an Aries, you still stress around all of this. I know that. And again, these are going to be gradual changes. It's going to be a test for you, I think, because I think you're going to have to be patient with your progress on these things. And, you know, I think what I see around you is when you have a new idea, you either push through right to the end, or you lose patience early and you give up. You say, oh, well, I give up then, I'm not doing that. And you get angry with the diva. You say, I'm not doing that, that's rubbish, I'm not doing that. You're going to have to be patient with this. Try to think of each small step. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Try to see each small step as sort of a stepping stone toward your goal. Because I'm looking at this big star on this card, and there are smaller stars around, and they look a little bit like stepping stones leading you to one big goal in the middle. So if this is resonating with you, it might help for you to think about each stepping stone as like a mini goal for you to reach. So you're not kind of bored and sitting there and saying, oh, I'm never going to reach this big goal. Just think about each little goal and say, well, I've reached that. Okay, so now what's the next thing I have to achieve? Okay, the next step and the next one. And you'll gradually get there. And I think that might be how you have to, you're going to have to do this. So yeah, I'll go on to the next card. So the first card you have for your future is the Lovers. So yeah, here's this person in the Queen of Wands, this wanderer. Now they're definitely going to contact you. I'm seeing that again and again and again. This person is going to contact you. Either they have already, this is in your future, or they are going to, they're having a lot of angst, a lot of anxiety around this again. This card can be about choices and obviously being in love. So they do have a lot of feelings toward you. They do have a lot of emotion toward you, but they're really stressed. They have these choices to make. And again, I'm seeing the same thing. They're admiring you. They're looking at you, probably looking at you online to see whether you're with someone else or whatever you're doing. And they are contacting you. They're going through this thing, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? They are contacting you. They're going to leave you this kind of weird message out of nervousness, I think. Probably they're going to be nervous. And then they're going to look at the message and think, what have I done? What have I done? It's like that old movie, really, really, really old movie in the 90s, I think, Dirty Dancing, when she walks in and says, I carried a watermelon. And then she's like, what did I say? It's like, it's I carried a watermelon. They're going to message you and say something a bit kind of crazy. I'm laughing because it's so crazy, and they're not going to be able to take it back. And then, oh my God, what have I done? I'm going to have to message again and say something to kind of say, well, I'm sorry I said that, I didn't mean that, or something. So it's going to be like that. I'm laughing because it's just so crazy. I keep on seeing this. So that's why you're opening this message and you're saying, what is that? What? And then you'll get another one. And actually it might break the ice. I mean, being a bit silly and a bit funny might actually break the ice. I don't know. You might be actually angry with this person. I don't know. But that's what I'm seeing with that again. I'm seeing a similar thing again. So the next card you have for your future is the Three of Swords. Yes, this is a terrible card. This is obviously the heartbreak card. Nobody likes this card. Okay, what I'm seeing in this one, I hope this is going to make sense. I'll try and tell you what I'm seeing in this. I'm actually seeing you picking up things, physical items that you own, maybe personal items, and there's a lot of emotion around picking up these personal items. I'm seeing a lot of memories or old feelings around these actual items, and maybe this is why I was seeing family in the Ten of Pentacles, because maybe you're picking up things from family, but they're from people who you've known for a long, long, long time, and they might have some of your things. and you're picking up these things, you're having to either pick them up or divide them up, and there's a lot of kind of, that's mine, no it's not, that's yours, no it's not, that's mine, and memories around the things, looking over the actual physical things and saying, oh, I remember that time and I remember this time. And then there's a lot of kind of, no, that's mine, that's yours, and hurt feelings around things. So there's a lot of sad energy around this when you're picking up these physical things. I think if this is resonating with you, I think what you're going to have to do around this is, because I know you have to do this, you actually have to pick up these things. It's something you have to do. So I think you're just going to have to do this, pick up the things, get in, and then leave. And be very polite, say the bare minimum, and then leave. Because I think there is someone around this, probably whoever you have to pick these things up from, who might try to drag this out and have an argument or feel sad or have a conversation that kind of drags things out and makes it kind of difficult and hurt and all of that. So what you're going to have to do is just get in, be polite, get the things you need and say bye-bye, thank you, and then leave. I think that's the only way you're going to have to deal with this if this is resonating with you. So the last card you have for your future is the Moon. Yes. Yeah, again, I'm seeing this person who either has connected with you, given you this crazy message or sent this crazy message, or they want to connect with you. There's a lot of fear around this. Maybe that's why they're sending you the crazy message, because they're afraid, they're nervous, they're afraid, they're in their head, they're worried, they don't know how you're going to respond to them. And when they send this message that they're really stressed about, they're really worried about what to do after that. So they think you might be angry as well. I'm seeing that again. If you look at the lobster on this card, he's kind of coming out of this dark water. I'll move that up so you can see. So there's a lobster coming out of the dark water, and he's trying to climb up this hill. He's hesitating, he's afraid, but he knows that he has to. He can't go back, he has to move forward. He knows he has to walk past this angry dog and this wolf who's barking and howling and all sorts of horrible things. He has to keep walking. He's compelled to keep going up the hill. So this person is compelled to talk to you, to message you, even though they know that you might be angry, you might be upset with them, you might be afraid. They tried to leave it to you to contact them. You didn't do that. So they're going to have to contact you more than once. That's what I'm seeing. They're afraid, but they're kind of compelled to do that. That's what I'm seeing. So either they've contacted you for a first time and they're doing it again in the future, or they haven't started doing this yet, but they will. They are going to contact you. That's what I'm seeing. So Aries, I hope this resonated, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.